So you just completed phase 3 of the MCU and now you're ready to watch phase 4. Remember the 3 tips: use the buddy system, stay for the end credits, and have fun. Use these tips to guide you through this next phase, as there are now TV shows to watch as well as movies. But if you have Disney Plus, you can watch all of these easily. Now let's get into it. First off, we have the series WandaVision, starring Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. This follows the heroes Scarlet Witch and the Vision as they appear to be trapped in sitcom television. Very trippy. Next, we have the series Falcon and the Winter Soldier, starring Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. The sidekicks of Captain America get their chance to shine, and shine they do. The blend of buddy cop and superhero genres becomes this delicious entertainment smoothie. Oh, and have tissues ready. Then we have the series Loki, starring Tom Hiddleston. Hiddleston's popularity as the character Loki has grown too large for the MCU to ignore. Now he has his own series where Loki has to travel through different timelines. This series is very important to watch as it sets up the next big villain of the MCU. Then we have our first movie of phase 4, Black Widow, starring Scarlett Johansson. Yep, I also think this movie came out too late, but better late than never. Black Widow takes place between the events of Civil War and Infinity War, so don't panic thinking that you made a mistake. You're all good. Next, we have the series What If? This is the first animated anything in the MCU, and it's a series where each episode is a different what-if scenario, like, what if the heroes were zombies? Now, this isn't totally mandatory, like you can skip it and still be fine, but it does serve as a good guide of how vast the Marvel multiverse is. Next, we get to meet a new hero in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, starring Simu Liu. This switches things up a bit by combining superheroes with kung fu action, and honestly, that's a combination we need more of. How about even more new heroes? You get just that with Eternals, starring Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, and many, many more. Eternals caused a lot of division within the MCU fan base, and I'm curious on where you stand. Let me know in the comments what you think of it once you watch it. Next, we have the series about a superhero that everyone loves to make fun of, Hawkeye, starring Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld. If you have any aversions about watching a show about Hawkeye, please give it a chance. When he's not standing next to Thor, he's a lot cooler. Next up, we have the third MCU Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Now, this movie is a doozy because it includes characters and storylines from the old Spider-Man movies. I'm talking Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield movies. If you want to have the full emotional experience of this movie, I highly recommend you watch this video to guide you through the OG Spider-Man movies. That way you'll better understand what's going on in No Way Home. If not, you can still watch this movie and have a basic grasp of the story. It still connects with everything else in the MCU, you'll just be missing some nostalgia points. Next up, we meet a new hero in the form of Moon Knight, starring Oscar Isaac. Here we have a man who's bestowed the powers of an ancient Egyptian god and uses those powers to beat the holy heck out of monsters. Oh yeah. We then head into the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. With horror icon Sam Raimi as the director, you might notice a few horror themes present throughout the movie. Not enough to make it an official horror movie, but you might cover your eyes at a scene or two. Then we're introduced to a new hero in their own series, Miss Marvel, starring Iman Vellani. In this, we follow superhero fan Kamala Khan as she finds a family heirloom that gives her powers. They change up her powers and origins a bit from what they are in the comics, but it's not that big a deal in this series. Up next, we have the fourth Thor movie, Love and Thunder. This movie is a straight up comedy, so make sure you put on your silly cap before watching it. Next, we have the short series I Am Groot, which just consists of Groot being adorable. This is a part of the MCU, but it's not mandatory to watch if you want to understand the overall story. You can go ahead and skip this if you want to save time. We then have the final series of Phase 4 in She-Hulk, starring Tatiana Maslany. In this, we follow the cousin of Bruce Banner, Jennifer Walters, as she too becomes a Hulk. Now, She-Hulk has a lot of fourth wall breaks, so prepare yourself for a Hulk-sized meta experience. The MCU then gives us the Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, starring Gael Garcia Bernal. This is by far the most violent MCU project to date, with a hefty amount of blood and killing. Like, it's all in black and white, but it still catches you off guard. We then have the final movie of Phase 4, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, starring Letitia Wright. This movie serves as a powerful tribute to Chadwick Boseman as the mantle of Black Panther is passed on. This is a nearly 3-hour movie, so clear up your schedule and have some tissues ready for the tears that will be shed. We finish off Phase 4 with the incredibly epic and awe-inspiring Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I know, having no Avenger movie at the end of a phase is weird, but this special is an enjoyable watch during the Christmas season. Recap how to watch the MCU by clicking on the playlist right here, and be ready to learn about how to watch Phase 5 of the MCU once it's all released by subscribing to my channel. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a bit.